I want to share my personal experience with years of semen retention and meditation with you. It'll help the beginner and therefore the advanced. Semen retention may be a very powerful practice. Most of you've got taken great advantage of this practice, and you're very lucky to possess come to understand about it. I remember beginning to retain my semen. Within the beginning, tons of lust built up, and it had been difficult to handle sometimes. After a short time, this subsided and transformed into a robust feeling of inner bliss, a replacement level of human existence. But what I noticed after years of practice is that physical semen retention isn't mastery in itself. It's more a neighborhood of the trail to mastery. By practicing semen retention, you learn to regulate a part of your mind and senses. You learn to not depend upon sense objects for bliss, but to measure within the bliss and power from within. This is often called brahmacharya. You already see from this that there's a robust mental aspect within the practice, the mastery over the senses and your desires. So there are two drawbacks of getting stuck in seeing semen retention as a mere physical practice. In case of loss, you'll fall back. This suggests you'll lose the state you've got achieved and can need to retain again for quite a while until you're at an equivalent level again. Energy doesn't only exist on the sexual plane, it rather may be a universal force that manifests on any level. This will mean that you simply may have achieved control over your sexual lust and desire. But you begin to hunt power, money, taste, or wisdom to gratify your ego. So if you would like to proceed on the trail to total mastery, you'll need to forget the thought that this is often only about your sexual fluids and sexual lust. It goes much, much further. Coming back to the 2 points above, we will see the following. Realize that it's not your semen that decides in what state you're in, but it's your mind that's suffering from your physical and subtle energies. At some point on your path, you'll need to liberate yourself from that. Realize that you simply will need to overcome any desire that arises. Many desires are of mind nature. Therefore, the thanks to master this is often by mastering your mind. So how can we master the mind? How can we liberate ourselves? There's no remedy for that. But you'll need to cultivate what I call inner silence. And this will be done by the practice of meditation. Day after day, by the practice of meditation, you'll enter into a state where the mind becomes still and you're the mere observer of life without being attached thereto. You'll liberate yourself from the aspects of life that cause you to suffer. And you'll stop judging things nearly as good or bad. By cultivating inner silence, you'll transcend all of the points above. Whether you become ill, lose your semen, lose your job, or have any unpleasant happening on the surface. Also good happenings. The physical world of samsara will continue and you've got to act. But you're just watching from inner blissful silence, fully involved within the world, but with no attachment or suffering. This is often true mastery. Whether your semen is retained or not, whether you've got eaten well or not, whether you've got money or not, you'll always stay in blissful inner silence. It's like semen retention, but goes much further than the physical practice. You're holding all the energy in. You're the energy, you're it. If you're at the start of your semen retention journey, meditation will make the practice much, much easier. If you're advanced within the practice, it'll assist you to go further.